Welcome back to News Now from Fox. We are going to leave Washington, D.C. and bring in somebody who is going to be talking about the breaking news of the morning. He is a repeat guest here on News Now from Fox. We are so happy to have him back. This is Dr. Eric Cole. He is the author of Cyber Crisis. He is a former CIA hacker and cybersecurity commissioner to the Obama administration. Good morning, Dr. Cole. How are you doing?
Good morning.
All right, you are not, I want to make sure we get the right graphic up for you. There we go. You're joining us via Zoom. So, of course, the first thing I need to ask you, we just broke the news moments ago. There appears to be some sort of internet outage. A lot of websites intermittently down, perhaps entirely down, due to what we're being told is a cloud service known as Fastly. What have you learned about this or heard about it?
It's a lot of websites, in order to allow faster loading and caching for its user base, they actually go through a service called Fastly. And the problem is they had several pipes, and we're not sure the reason yet, but their major pipes to the internet went down. And therefore, when their sites go down, all of these other massive and major sites are no longer accessible to the end user.
So one thing that we're wondering, we're hearing about Reddit, we're hearing Twitch, we're hearing CNN, New York Times, a bunch of these different websites that could be impacted. Yet here we are at the News Now from Fox East Coast Hub. We're trying to get onto all these websites, Amazon Web Services we're hearing about, and they're all functioning fine. So is this like a localized issue or what's going on?
Yeah, so the way Fastly works is they break the country and really the world down into regions. So if you're in a region like the East Coast, where I am now also, the sites seem to be working fine. Yeah, we have our team running stats and statistics and everything looks good, but I have some of my team members that are in Texas and California, and they're telling me that there's very slow load times and that the websites are not working. So it's definitely regional based on where you're connecting and where you're accessing to the internet. And think of it like a highway. The roads in New York might be working fine, but there might be a major accident on the highways in another area.
That's a really good analogy, metaphor. I never quite got those words into right. But I do want to ask you, and I'm going to pull up footage now, coincidence or not that this is happening the same day that Amazon Sidewalk is launching? Give me 1 second. I need to get your audio going. All right, Dr. Cole, you should be good. So coincidence or not?
It's funny you say that, because when I saw this happening, working in cybersecurity for 30 years, I don't believe in a coincidence. So I definitely think there's something else going on here with those services. Yeah, because as you said, Echo and Ring, starting this morning, whether the user likes it or not, is now opening up to the internet, where anybody walking by can now be able to access and use the internet in your home without you realizing it.
So I'm not comfortable with change. I usually don't like change. I don't know if I'm like most, but me personally, I'm like, eh. So of course I started following this story yesterday when I first learned about Amazon Sidewalk, and the first thing I did was I went and I disabled it. Can you tell our viewers, please, what is this Amazon Sidewalk, and should they do the same?
So Amazon Sidewalk is a new service that was launched today. And the way Amazon did it, it's automatically enabled and turned on if you don't do anything. And the service is, if somebody is walking down your sidewalk and they need internet. So if your kid has a tracking token, or your pet has a token, or let's say you have a Ring doorbell that's away from your house and often disconnects from your own internet, it can now automatically connect to neighbors' internet and use a small bandwidth. It's up to 500 megs a month, and be able to use your internet without you realizing it and without you knowing what's going on. Right now, it's limited to just internet access, so there's no major privacy issues yet. But my big concern is they could keep adding service after service without you knowing about. So you definitely did the right thing. Go under settings, account settings, Amazon Sidewalk, and just disable that, because it doesn't provide any benefit to you and creates a huge exposure.
You just said privacy issues yet. I kind of wonder how or why Amazon decided to go this route. I mean, I get like connectivity, but yesterday, for instance, I mean, I do have a mobile hotspot on my phone. I do have access to Wi-Fi, but I needed fast Wi-Fi, right? So it's like when you think about that, you think about, well, maybe I have to go to a Starbucks or maybe I have to go to a McDonald's and the like. I mean, do they really think people are going to be okay with sharing the internet access that they themselves pay for?
I don't think they are going to say, yeah, people are going to like this. But the way most people work, like you said, you don't like change. Most people don't like going in and checking the configuration of their devices. So I can bet that probably 70% of the people out there are not even going to know it's there and are just going to leave it on by default. And to me, this is really part of a bigger plan. If you look at Amazon's press release, they said the reason why we created Sidewalk was so if your Ring doorbell is too far from your house and it disconnects, it can now connect to a neighbor's internet and provide the service. I don't know about you, but that doesn't sound like a good, valid answer for launching a service like this. I'll tell you the secret. Jeff Bezos and Amazon, they want to take over the world and they want to create a mesh network where they have full internet access anywhere, any place, anytime. And this is just the beginning of that next phase of their service.
Do you think it's ever going to get to the situation where, because of course, neighbors, lease, homes, townhomes, they're so close together, and when you search for a Wi-Fi network, you can tell who has internet nearby or not? Are people going to be like, I want a Ring device, I want a Blink camera, I'm not going to pay for internet, I'm just going to use my neighbors because of Sidewalk?
Yeah, and I think we're definitely getting to that point where somebody else is using it. The bigger concern to me is if somebody, you're in a townhouse or an apartment building and somebody wants to commit a crime, instead of using your own internet or wireless, why not just jump on your neighbors, commit the crime, and then guess who it's going to be tied back to, you and not them. So I think this opens up a very big retribution and attribution area of who's doing what on the internet. And to me, it's starting to get really, really scary of how things are progressing.
Yeah, so like you said, you've already told users, but if you could recap, please, how do they disable it?
If you just go into the app on your phone and there's the 3 buttons in the bottom, just click on that, go to settings, account settings, and then you'll see Amazon Sidewalk. And when you click on that, the enabled will be turned on by default because that's what Amazon decided. And you just click that to disabled, save that, and you'll be off to the races.
What do you think? Are the disabling numbers going to be really high?
I'm predicting they're going to be less than 10% because I hope that everyone's listening to this show immediately does it. But I know a lot of people I talked to even yesterday, and I said, disable. They're like, yeah, I'll do it later. And then I pinged my friends this morning. They're like, yeah, I still haven't got to it yet. So I think Amazon is banking on the fact that most people are not going to do it. And therefore, this is going to be a new norm. And we're starting to have the privacy train leave the station, and it's never, ever coming back.
So you don't think there will ever be an instance where Amazon's like, you know what, this just isn't worth it. There's too many privacy concerns. Nobody likes it. We're just going to scrap it.
No, I think it's going to start to be the opposite, where they're going to start with Echo and Ring because they control those devices. If it works and there's not major issues, in 3 to 6 months, you're going to start seeing them doing the same thing to your computer. So when you log into Amazon or have Amazon apps on your computer, iPad, or other devices, they're going to start going in and turning on the Sidewalk service. So I think they're going to start to expand it greatly because they want to have a total mesh network of anywhere, anytime access.
Anything else you'd like to tell me or our viewers, Dr. Cole, that I didn't get to ask either about Sidewalk or about this current internet outage?
Just the important thing is, I know a lot of people, when they hear cybersecurity, they don't think it's going to happen to them. They often treat cyber incidents like accidents, robberies, and saying, oh, those happen to other people. But all I can tell you is whether you have $1 in your bank account or 10 millions, you're a target. Cybersecurity is your responsibility, and we need to start addressing it and making it a high priority.
All right, great words of advice to wrap up the segment. Dr. Eric Cole, you are the author of Cyber Crisis, a former CIA hacker and cybersecurity commissioner to the Obama administration. So thank you so much for joining us live again this morning here on NewsNOW from Fox.
My pleasure.